The simple present tense. Verb to be. Part 2. Welcome back to ELLHUB. Today, we're going to continue learning about the verb to be in the present simple tense. We learned that verb be has different forms depending on the subject of the sentence. I takes am, he, she, and it take is, you, we, and they take are. Contractions make our speech faster and more natural. Instead of I am, we say I'm. Instead of you are, we say you're. Instead of he is, we say he's. Instead of she is, we say she's. Instead of it is, we say it's. Instead of we are, we say we're. Instead of they are, we say they're. I am, I'm. You are, you're. He is, he's. She is, she's. It is, it's. We are, we're. They are, they're. After exploring how the verb to be operates with different subject pronouns, let's transition to its use with singular and plural nouns. Just as with pronouns, the verb to be changes form depending on whether the noun is singular or plural. When the subject is a singular noun, we use is, and when the subject is a plural noun, we use are. When we talk about one person, animal, or thing, we use is with a singular noun. For example, the teacher is patient. The parrot is colorful. The elephant is large. When we're talking about more than one person, animal, or thing, we use are with plural nouns. For instance, the teachers are patient. The parrots are colorful. The elephants are large. Whether you're using a pronoun or a noun, it's important to choose the correct form of the verb be to match the subject in number, singular or plural. In the present simple tense, the verb to be can also be used in its negative form to express the opposite of a statement. To form a negative sentence with the verb be, we simply add not after the verb. It's that easy. Let's look at some examples. For I am, the negative form is I am not. For example, I am tired in the negative form becomes I am not tired. For you are, we say you are not. So, you are late changes to you are not late. With he is, she is, and it is, we add not to become he is not, she's not, and it is not. For instance, he is tall becomes he is not tall. Similarly, for we are and they are, we use we are not and they are not. We are ready turns into we are not ready. And they are friends becomes they are not friends. In everyday speech, we often use contractions. I am is contracted to I'm. When not is added, it becomes I'm not. This contraction is used instead of the full form I am not in casual conversation. You are not becomes you're not or you aren't. In this case, you are can be contracted in two ways. The first contraction is you're leading to you're not. Alternatively, are not can be contracted to aren't, resulting in you aren't. Both forms are correct and commonly used. He is not becomes he's not or he isn't. Similar to the previous example, he is can be contracted to he's, making he's not. Another way to contract this is by turning is not into isn't, which gives us he isn't. Both he's not and he isn't are widely used in spoken English. She is not becomes she's not or she isn't. For she is, the contraction is she's, leading to she's not. Alternatively, is not can be contracted to isn't, resulting in she isn't. Both forms are correct and commonly used in spoken English. It is not becomes it's not or it isn't. In this case, it is contracts to it's, making it's not. Another option is to contract is not to isn't, which gives us it isn't. Both it's not and it isn't are frequently used in everyday speech. We are not becomes we're not or we aren't. We are can be contracted to we're, leading to we're not. Alternatively, are not can be contracted to aren't, resulting in we aren't. Both contractions are commonly used in spoken English. They are not becomes they're not or they aren't. They are can be contracted to they're, making they're not. The other contraction is aren't, giving us they aren't. Both forms are widely used in casual conversation. Now, let's practice filling in the blanks with the correct form of the verb be in the present simple tense. The first time, I'll leave a blank for the verb to be, and the second time, I'll provide the correct form. Think carefully about each sentence and decide if you should use is, are, am not, isn't, or aren't. Let's see how well you do. Ready? Let's start. My phone, on the table. My phone is on the table. Mary and Tom, pharmacists. Mary and Tom are pharmacists. I, a student. I'm a student. The bird, on the branch. The bird is on the branch. The flowers, beautiful. The flowers are beautiful. I, a chef. I'm not a chef. The cars, parked outside. The cars are parked outside. My brother and I, students at the same university. My brother and I are students at the same university. The weather, nice. The weather isn't nice. We, in the same class. We aren't in the same class. The stores, open today. The stores aren't open today. The movie, interesting. The movie isn't interesting. She, my grandmother. She is my grandmother. That's it for today's lesson. Don't forget to watch our next video about making questions using the verb be in the present simple tense. Keep up the excellent work and see you in the next video.